Hello and welcome to Who Are You? We're the Babylon 5 watchcast by a couple of former strangers who are now friends and still getting to know each other over one of their favorite shows from their childhood, Babylon 5. I'm Laura,
And I'm Xhafer.
and today I think we have a quiz.
We got a little quizzy do.
Yay, I'm so excited about a show I've only seen 4 episodes of.
Yeah, this is a Crusade specific quiz. And I
Mm-hmm.
haven't read all of the questions, but my screen has up through number 3, and it's about an episode we haven't watched.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'm not expecting us to do particularly well. The average score is 13 out of 20.
That sounds tough, too. Or maybe it's a show problem.
This quiz was last updated December 2021.
Who
It
was
seems
doing that?
way too recently.
Well, maybe that was somebody's pandemic thing. Like, maybe they got into Babylon 5 and hit Crusade real hard, and then they had to go update some shit.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to read some questions here.
Okay, hit
This
me.
first one I already know the answer for because I did all the planning.
hmm
So it's how many episodes of Crusade were filmed and aired.
Filmed and aired. They're not the same number, right?
You're correct, but the number of aired episodes was only 5 in America. I'm
Right.
assuming that this was done by someone not in America,
Oh, okay.
in which case the number of filmed episodes was 13, which is one of
Yeah,
the
I was going to say it's
options.
13, but only 5 aired. Okay.
Yeah, our options are 11, 16, 13, and 8. So
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
going to go
We got
13.
this. We got that one.
The first 5 episodes filmed were the last 5 aired. Now, this is in not production, not DVD order, right?
Uh huh. hmm
And the answer to this is yes.
Oh, that was just a
Uh,
yes or no question?
it's a true or false.
Oh, okay.
Um, and I'm pretty sure it's a yes because I remember there being lots of complaints about the show's quality dipping after it aired, and the first 5 episodes produced being the strongest. And one of
Mm.
the advantages of the watch order we've chosen is it breaks up those episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I could see that.
In the first episode filmed, Racing the Night, Galen quotes a phrase from the Bible, and Gideon identifies this book this quote comes from. What book is it? Solomon, Job, Judges, or Song of Songs? I'm not a Bible person. Is Song of Songs a book of the Bible?
I'm not sure. I know there's the Song of Solomon, is what
Yeah.
I've heard.
There's
Maybe some.
Psalms. I know
Yeah.
that's a book of the Bible, but that's with a P. That's not what this is.
Yeah, but Psalms are songs. Like, yeah. Song of Songs. I'm just going to pop that in the old Google. Yeah, no, that's a book of the Bible, apparently.
That's a book of the Bible? Okay.
Yeah. I really
A
wish I
whole
knew
book?
context about the episode because I feel like there's, like, Job is referred to often.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's like the struggles of Job and whatever. So I don't know. I'm just going to go with that one.
I will take your word for it.
I have no context of what the episode's about, so I can't really go any closer. But people love to talk about the Book of Job, so why not?
Yeah. All right. What is the name of the ship in Crusade? Is it
Oh, this is the Excalibur.
It's the Excalibur, yeah. But our options are Crusader, Antares, or the Rotaran. The Rotaran being a Klingon bird of prey, if
Right.
memory serves.
Yes, yes. I forget which series it's from, but yeah.
Which Babylon 5 TV movie provided the backstory for Crusade?
Call to Arms. We've been through that. Yeah.
Okay. In the episode The Well of Forever, which is not one we've watched,
Mm-hmm.
Galen says a eulogy for his dead beloved. Part of what he says is a quote from a Shakespeare play. Which one?
Mm.
Our options are Romeo and Juliet, Cymbeline, Hamlet, or Othello.
Can't be Hamlet, right?
That would be a weird choice
It feels like
for.
Othello would be weird too.
Well, so It is a eulogy, though.
Okay.
So, I mean, I could see a little. Is the last poor Yorick, is that Hamlet or Macbeth?
Hamlet.
Okay, yeah. So that's the one about death being, is death an endless slumber or is it dream and heaven and stuff? Like, there's stuff
Okay.
in there that I could see in that monologue that you might, if you're Galen, you might work into a eulogy.
I really want it to be that, and I want it to be that speech, but I want it to be him talking about, I'm assuming, a beloved woman, some sort of beloved, and him just saying, alas, poor so-and-so, I knew you well.
Do we just want to say Hamlet?
Yeah, let's go with
the
Hamlet.
lulz?
Why not?
Okay, well, speaking of that person, what is the name of the person Galen is mourning? Isabel, Susanna, Ernesta, or Morgan?
I really want it to be Ernesta. I don't think it is, though.
If there's not a Technomage named Morgan, I'm disappointed.
Mm-hmm. You think the beloved is a Technomage?
Oh, it's Galen. It has to be.
Okay. I mean, his parents were, so I could see that. I think I'm feeling Susanna for some reason. I don't know why.
You think in that Dark Tower, maybe?
I don't know.
All right. What Crusade regular was also a regular on Babylon 5? We talked about this the other day. They haven't shown up yet, but it's Lockley.
Yeah.
It's in the main
Yeah.
credits.
Give me some more Lockley.
What is unique about Lieutenant John Matheson?
Telepath.
Yeah,
Cheekbones.
cheekbones. The other options are Technomage, blind, or all of the above.
Yeah, a blind Technomage telepath. I love it. Yes. Give me that guy.
Which actor had his father play a major guest character in one of the episodes?
Oh, was it?
We
Galen's
just talked
actor?
about this on the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Galen's actor, Peter Woodward, is one of the options. The others are David Allen Brooks, Daniel Day Kim, and Margene Holden.
We didn't clock it in that episode where he was.
We didn't,
in
but
there.
the Discord saved us on this quiz.
Yeah. Thanks, Discord.
Thank you. How many years does the crew have to find a cure to the Drock plague?
5, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a 5-year mission.
Where have we heard that before? Which character has a sister trapped on Earth?
Oh, Sarah Chambers.
Correct, our doctor. Whose ex-wife do we meet in the course of the series?
Probably Sheridan's.
Right? Well, I mean,
technically, yes.
Yeah, he's not on the list, though. We've got Galen,
Damn.
Captain Gideon, Lieutenant Matheson, or Max Eilerson.
I feel like Max Iverson has got to have an ex-wife.
A string of ex-wives in that guy. You could tell he's the type.
Yeah. Yeah. Gideon might too, but Max Eilerson, I don't know that any one woman could put up with that for her whole life. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of Max Eilerson, what is his specialty?
Linguistics. Yeah.
Yes, that is one of the options. Cooking, painting, and navigation were the other choices.
I mean, he could be good at cooking and painting. We just don't know at this point.
We got 5 questions left. We're on 15. Well, I guess 6 questions left then. When Galen visits Dorina in her quarters, he asks her why she has made everything so small. What is her reaction? 1, she attacks him. 2, she laughs. 3, she tells him to leave her quarters and never return. Or 4, she's made everything the right size. She tells him she's made everything the right size.
I mean, it should definitely be number 3. This man should turn around and go away and never come back.
Right.
But I feel like maybe it's number 4. I don't know. This is a weird question.
It is. What sci-fi series is the episode Visitors from Down the Street a spoof of?
Oh.
Is it Star Trek, Babylon 5, Lost in Space, or The X-Files?
I feel like it's got to be like X-Files or something, right? Like,
That seems right.
this is a very X-Files-y kind of show. Like, we're a lot more mysterious.
Yeah. How did Gideon come to be in possession of the Apocalypse Box?
Okay, we need to talk about the Apocalypse Box, but that is the end of this episode, my guy. We have to save it.
Yeah. I didn't know that's what it was called, but here we
I
are.
think that's what it is, yeah.
It has to be it. Did he win it in a game of poker? Was it given to him by his father? Did he steal it? Or did he find it on a deserted planet?
It's probably a deserted planet. I'm like,
That
we're
seems
going to a
this
lot of those
MO.
for some reason. Yeah.
Yep. Which Babylon 5 character appeared in the episode Each Night I Dream of Home? Was it
Well,
Garibaldi, Delenn, Veer, or none of these?
I mean, it could be Lockley.
I think it's none of these because
Yeah.
well, I'm pretty sure we know Call to Arms is the last thing Jerry Doyle did in Babylon 5.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
remember that being a thing.
Okay.
I don't remember Delenn or Veer showing up in Crusade. I know Veer
Has
directs,
directed.
but I
Yeah.
don't think he shows
So
up in
he's
an
a
episode. I don't recall
possibility, maybe.
Delenn showing up either.
Okay. So let's just
Um,
say none.
I think that might be the episode that Franklin is in,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but I'm not certain.
All right.
Um,
Go with none.
we're going to
You
go with
convinced
none.
me.
Complete the quote. There's always hope. It's the one thing, and then our options. You can rely on. Nobody's figured out how to kill yet. I truly believe in. Or that all races, alien and human, have in common.
It's either that one or the one thing we haven't killed yet. I want it to be that one.
I like it that one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was the name of the last script completed for the show but never filmed?
Oh, we have that, right?
We have this. Appearances and Other Deceits,
No.
which is a filmed episode. End of the Line, Tacking into the Wind, or The Changing Face of Evil.
Well, you're the one who has it, so you tell me.
I don't remember.
Oh no, crap.
I End of the Line seems appropriate. It's
Sure.
probably not, but I'm gonna hit submit. Are we good with these answers?
I'm great with all these answers. Let's find out how we did.
Okay. Oh, we did good.
Yeah? Yeah, better than average?
We got 16 out of 20. 13 out of 20
Hell
is the
yeah.
average score. Okay. So the ones we got wrong, do you want to know? Because they're spoilies.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
The Shakespeare quote comes from Cymbeline.
Okay. Sure.
Care no more to clothe and eat. To thee the reed is as the oak. The scepter learning psychic must. I'll follow this and come to dust. All lovers young, all lovers must. Consign to thee and come to dust.
Okay.
And that was for Isabel, not Susanna.
Damn. Okay.
And then how many years does the crew have to find a cure for the Drakh plague? 4. Because the Drakh plague takes 5 years, but they only have 4 years to find the cure.
Oh, because you gotta, manufacture it, I guess.
Apparently, after that, Gideon promised the alien governments Excalibur will return to Earth in order to enforce the quarantine. And
Okay.
it quotes an episode that hasn't happened yet. So, I don't feel bad about getting that one wrong.
Yeah. No, me neither.
And then finally, how did Gideon come into possession of the Apocalypse box?
Oh, do tell.
We got it wrong. I don't know that I'm going to tell you.
Oh, no. I don't think we're going to see it, though. Okay, listener. The Apocalypse box. Did you watch the episode, listener? Because the highlight of this whole episode for me was at the end when Gideon sits in his quarters and talks to his magic box. But I think that the episode where he gets the magic box was never filmed, is
It
what
was.
Aaron said.
No,
It was?
No. It's episode 4, The Path of Sorrows.
Okay.
Which we will be watching as our second episode back after the movie break.
Okay.
So we won't find out until, oh God, that episode airs September 11th. But that's when we'll find out where the Apocalypse box comes from. Oh no.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about this.
When we frame it in these very specific criteria, it feels very bad. Oh no.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see how we get the box. I'm so excited.
Well, we've got a lot of Crusade to talk about before we get there, so why don't we get started on that? We've got our 4th episode of coverage, the 10th episode in DVD air order, The Memory of War.
We get a great in media open. More
I love it
ISN.
in media.
It's one of my favorites. We get the ISN news lady we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about we've got economic collapse due to this pandemic. That checks out. That seems legit. Orbital transport has been banned. We talk about Pope Bernadette II, which I feel is a very optimistic view of how things are going to go for the Catholic Church. And Dr. Franklin is appearing before the Senate to presumably talk about the pandemic and stuff.
The crew has found a planet that looks like it got plagued, but before they can start to investigate, Galen shows up to warn them off that they're all going to die, probably.
Where's Galen been? Because I didn't realize he was gone, but, these episodes are not in, order. So.
He comes and goes. He boards the ship in a sequence that I can only describe as Zoolander-esque.
Yes. There is a little Zoolander energy about this man.
But why male models?
Yeah.
I like it.
The senior staff meets to discuss this planet as Galen is dramatically walking in what has to be the smallest boardroom in history. They have infinite basketball courts, but not a meeting room that has a seat for Galen.
Yeah. Well, you've got to have your priorities. Basketball courts, very important. Meetings, not important. Could have been an email. Yeah.
That's so optimistic. I really appreciate that, actually.
Yeah, they make it sound like they have been looking for this planet specifically, like something in a previous episode was leading us here. But Galen is not happy with it. He doesn't think anyone will survive if they go down.
But it doesn't matter, because the crew's going anyways. They're excited to learn what they can. I mean, they take this from a very, measured approach. We can learn what didn't work. That might be helpful. Both in managing, the population and the crisis on Earth, and then also, the plague itself. There's more to learn than just possibly, a potential lead on the cure.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
We come back from theme. They're talking about how this planet was wiped out by the same virus, or appears to have been wiped out by the same virus.
Some type of similar virus, yeah.
Yeah. Galen is being very sassy. And so we're still in new uniform territory in this episode. And I know I gave them a lot of shade in the last episode. Maybe they look better now. It's growing on me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so I think because it's episode 8 in air order that got the new uniforms, so anything after that is going to be the new uniform. So we're going to be in new uniform land for a while. And then with our watch order, we go back to old uniforms towards the back end.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be weird, but I'm like, okay, it's growing on me. I like it better. Gary Cole's doing his best to fill that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel as Galaxy Quest when it's actually being worn by everyone. And also his is a little different because he's got that captain motif, it's a little different. So
everybody's got to have a little extra pizzazz on the captain, right?
If you're the captain of a starship and you don't have an action jacket, are you even the captain of the starship?
Great question. Yeah. So Max Eilerson is all enraptured by the idea of all this new alien technology that might be down there. But Galen is still being very weird and says all the Technomages know this place is bad and diseased. Yeah. Ooh, haunted maybe,
Yeah, ooh, this place sucks. Don't go. Why are we doing this? This is dumb.
This is the worst.
Yeah, he says the last Technomage who tried to go to this place died.
But fuck it, the crew are going anyways. And they will try to, at the very least, learn something here.
Eilerson is an idiot, though. His logic as he preps his whole team to go down is stupid and bad.
Yeah. This is just the dichotomy here of like Eilerson's all like, I'm bringing y'all with me so they have to rescue me. And Gideon being all like, here's what happens if I go down. Here's the plans. Your captain.
Yeah. Eilerson sucks.
Yes.
And he was all mopey in the last episode about getting somebody killed, you know? And he's like, nah, you two peons are coming with me. Never mind the danger. Like, and he gets one of them killed in this episode, doesn't he? One or both.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God, he sucks.
He is the worst. Before they head down, Galen shows up in Gideon's quarters to try and guilt him into not going because he'll miss them and making new friends sucks.
No, but that's real.
It's so real. I felt so felt.
It's so hard.
So seen. Yeah.
Oh, man.
He shares the last words, Genius Loki, the spirit of the place, as Gideon and crew grab some mobile infantry and head on down to the planet.
Galen disappears in his like traditional Technomage mysterious way, and we have like some space wind, and I really, really missed at this moment Delen's wind chimes. I needed those so we could have some tinkling of the wind chimes as he space winds away.
They launched all these probes early in the episode, and when they get down to the surface, they found that they're charcoal now for some reason. It is never explained.
Yeah. And no one is worried that the virus could still be active here in some way.
No
like,
one
I guess
seems
maybe
to
the probes
consider
told us that. I don't know.
Darina explores and finds a cool light bridge that leads to the most inconveniently placed data crystal in history.
Yeah, what is going on here? Like, why is this there? Or are they all... Is everything just in the blockchain and you just, like, take one piece and you've got it all? I don't know.
That is not... You know what? Fuck it. That's how blockchain works. Never mind.
I just want it to be, okay? It's the cloud blockchain. But yeah, it's like on the side of a building.
Those words don't go together like that.
I'm just killing Xhafer. The look on his face as he like dies as I say just dumb words and put them together.
I had to deal with Cloud Strike yesterday.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I should have been more sensitive to your experiences.
It's okay. It all turned out okay. It wasn't that bad for us.
Yeah. But like, why do we put this data crystal on the side of a building that is like way up in the air just so we can have this little light bridge? Like, oh God, it's gonna come up, it's gonna stop.
You know what? Actually, in my notes, I question this a ton. But literally after yesterday, why do we push an update at 1 a.m. that breaks any computer that's running in the world? I'm not going to ask these questions anymore. Maybe this is a safe place to hide something. It's out of the range of the Wi-Fi, so Windows Update can't break it.
Yeah, good point.
God damn.
And then what turns out to be on it later, I think, is even more like, why is this on the side of a building? Like,
Oh, it makes no sense whatsoever.
oh yeah, it's just the worst. Oh, did you catch that the Starship Troopers helmets are back?
I did.
Yeah.
Love it. The guards maybe see something while Max decodes the crystal.
Eilerson gives her shit about bringing back just one. And she definitely would like to push him off a bridge here. And I'm all for that. Go ahead, Darina.
Yeah. Just put him on the bridge. Also, why does the bridge stop working when she pulls the data crystal?
I mean,
also,
it was
why does
obviously
the
a battery
bridge
too.
retract instead of just failing?
Instead of just, yeah.
It's made of light. That doesn't make any... Ugh.
Gets worse the more you think about it.
Oh, no.
Then we see a security guy gets got while patrolling the perimeter.
It's okay. I have to... This guy gets got, and we cut back and forth with Max Eilerson, right? Mm-hmm. At this point, Beth walked in the room, looked at the screen, and goes, "Why is Michael Bolton listening to alien Edgar Allan Poe?"
He does have a big Michael Bolton vibe, doesn't
And done.
he? Yeah. Very astute observation.
Hmm. For more critical insight like that, listen to the coming podcast, Cool Girls Don't Look at Explosions.
Yeah.
Coming soon
Definitely
from
do.
the Who Are You family of Wahapa Her podcasts.
Pew, pew, pew.
Where pew pews are pew pews. That's our slogan.
Yeah, I like it.
God, you can tell it's like 11 o'clock at night.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, it's so late.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, so Eilerson is decoding the last message of one of the planet's inhabitants that was on the side of this building for some reason. I just want to stress that so hard. Stress that.
This alien's live journal entry just hanging out on the side of a building that is only accessible by a retracting light bridge. Also, if the only way for this thing to be there is when the crystal is on the other side, how did they put it there?
Yeah. So many
There was
questions.
no ledge over there for them to stand on to put it in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah. Why isn't it in your room? Were you worried about somebody finding your last will and testament when everyone on your planet is dead? Like, can't let
Right.
anybody see my space from, 2004. So, as he's doing this, one of his linguists also gets got to commercial. So, way to go, Eilerson.
Yeah, it starts with the screaming and the dying. They send bodies up for autopsy, which the doctor performs while talking to Galen. And the doctor notes that they have all died very differently. Galen taps into the probes while Dr. Chambers actually solves the fucking riddle. It's a nanovirus that is impacting other people and making them kill the less infected ones.
Yeah. So, not the Drock plague.
Yeah. And while they're looking at the nanovirus, Galen sees a sigil,
Suspicious.
letting him know the origins of this thing. But yeah, Dr. Chambers goes on. It's the least infected who are dying, and the more infected are killing them. Galen deduces the attacks come at night because the solar interference during the day prevents them.
Oh, yeah. The nanobots can't function with the sunlight, basically.
Yeah, because it's a multi-star system, and there's a bunch of electromagnetic interference that fucks with them.
So we have like space vampires or space werewolves, right? Which is the closer analog? Maybe werewolves.
I was going to say space vampires because they can come out any night. Werewolves
Okay.
only come out specific nights.
Oh, true. I wasn't thinking of vampires as like causing wanton destruction, though. So we've really just like merged the two.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, cool.
He deduces that there must be a control center broadcasting the commands.
Yeah, away from the
Yeah.
sun and any solar interference.
So he heads down to the surface to find this thing, and he does not let Gideon come with him when he goes to find it.
Smart move. If Gideon is infected and goes down into the away from the sun, he would be a problem, right?
Exactly. It makes sense, which is why when Gideon immediately takes care of the people back at camp and then goes anyways, it's like, bro, you are the problem. You are the wild card here.
Yep.
Ugh. Galen finds the Technomage AI that's doing all of the killing, and this thing is just set on being a fucking menace.
Yeah. There's a lot of Technomage shade going around. I love it.
Yeah. This Technomage AI is the guy who dressed up as Keith Ledger's Joker for 6 Halloweens in a row.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He's just not someone you want to associate with.
Yeah, no good. Eilerson we're like cutting back and forth between the Technomages and what's happening with Eilerson, but he's like barricaded himself in a room and now he's got the zombies pounding at the door. So the consequences of your own actions coming at you.
Right. Dorina, who's been gone for like 40 minutes, finally shows back up to kill Galen. But Gideon is like actually completely useless here.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of completely useless, Eilerson gets the classic "Here's Johnny" from his other linguist guy breaking down his door at the same time.
Yep. Galen saves the day by sacrificing his staff to kill the AI.
Yeah, we don't know much about the staff at this point, do we?
Okay. I want to bitch about this.
Because he seems very attached to this thing, but we don't know a lot.
We get a whole monologue about how this staff was a gift. It's a source of power as a technomage. It's keyed into him, but it cancels out other technomage stuff, and you needed a technomage thing to break a technomage thing. All this shit. It's so important. I sacrificed so much. And then Dorina walks in with it 30 fucking seconds later. This is the opposite of Chekhov's gun.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and coin a literary term here. This is Abrams' droid.
Okay.
Thus named after the Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
Where they set up a ton of characters for growth through sacrifice. C-3PO can read the Sith artifact if they reset his memory, and he loses all of his adventures and all of his memories of all 9 fucking movies, right? Yeah. And they're like, it's this whole thing. They build you for this emotional moment. They do it. He reads the thing. And then R2, 5 seconds later, just plugs in and gives him his memories back. Thus undoing all of the sacrifice that would have let these characters fucking grow. It never fucking mattered. It is if Chekhov's gun is the plot device that you set up early to use later, Abrams' droid is the plot device you build very quickly and then make completely fucking pointless within 30 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
We hear so much about how important Galen's staff is after he just sacrifices it, only for him to immediately get it back. It is fucking worthless. It is a waste of dialogue.
Yeah, this is something that, and I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt that okay, maybe since we're watching things out of order, maybe it's been set up earlier that
maybe it has.
Technomage staff is super important. They didn't plant any seeds any earlier in the episode than this, for sure. And you would think that if this is the first place it's going to come up, you would do it earlier in the episode, right? But we did not. And I do like Dorina getting to have the last word of I'm so much fucking better than you guys. Go away.
There's no way anyone could possibly retrieve it. And she's just all here you go. Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe there's no way any man could retrieve it, but she's not.
I am no man.
Did we talk about how Gideon shot Dorina? I guess Gideon wasn't so infected that the sunlight didn't totally.
He could have been. He could have just been so infected that he shot Dorina. That's how the virus works. Doesn't fucking matter.
I thought he did it because he was on Galen's side, but that's not necessarily true. Okay.
Yep. Very ambiguous and doesn't matter.
Oh, we didn't talk about how when this machine fucking explodes, there is a giant fireball with the Technomage's face in it. Did you see that?
How absurd.
It's so absurd.
Why?
What? Why? Were you trying to make me feel something here? Because the only thing I feel is laughter coming out of my belly because this is hysterical.
Yeah. So after all this wraps up, Dr. Chambers has taken the nanomachines and adapted it to allow it to protect someone from getting infected on Earth for 48 hours.
Yeah, so we have a little nano suit we can put on and maybe go help people, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go down there for 2 days and maybe do some experiments or see a loved one, but there's very limited supply of it, so you should probably be very careful with how you use it. Dr. Chambers totally not going to go visit your niece or something. So
You should have been able to hear Xhafer's eyebrow when he said "see a loved one" because it was pretty loud. That's all I'm saying.
I got a lot of forehead for them to go up on. Lots of space up there. Uh, yeah, it was a bit much. It's cool though. Hey, it's cool. It's a cool
idea.
little thing.
Yeah, maybe that can be made to work better somehow and longer. Cool.
Yeah.
Gideon comes by asking Galen if he's going to stay on board. Oh, Galen has like little nanobots himself that are like repairing his wounds.
Yeah.
So
That's
interesting.
Cool. Yeah. That's very Technomage-y.
Yeah, but this is when he's like having his huge bum out about the staff being destroyed in the machine.
Yeah. We wrap this episode up with a scene with Gideon in his quarters, talking to what I could only assume is the apocalypse box. A chest within a chest.
Yeah. It's like got a glowing thing in it because, of course.
Laura, I have to ask you, what happened to her?
Well, now you know and I don't. But this fucking magic box, I was like, up until this point, like, I was like, okay, this is okay episode, I guess. And then at the magic box, I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? He has a little
What is
like
going on?
magic box that is talking to him and glowing. And I was like, well, I'm sold. This is why we should reboot Crusade because this is so fun. But the magic box also doesn't trust Galen.
No, don't trust Galen. Ooh.
Yeah, why can't we trust Galen? I have to know.
Ooh, it's a mystery.
I'll tell you why we can't trust Galen. Because Galen takes off in his ship. This is the very last bit of the episode. Galen takes off in his ship. And he turns on his playlist as he's going to like chill out and fly away somewhere else in space. And it is full of tribal beats. This is the music they have chosen to end this episode on. Just like tribal drums.
You couldn't even get like 9 Inch Nails Ghosts. Like, you could tell me that that's all Technomages ever listened to was the 9 Inch Nails Ghost albums, and I would 100% believe you. That makes perfect sense to me. It's like all that survived for them. It's all like all their brains are interested in comprehending is just fucking instrumentals from Trent Reznor. It's all they want. But no, we get really weird tribal beats.
To theme. That's the end of this episode. So, Xhafer, I really want to know how you rate this episode.
Fuck. We said 1 out of 4. Or we have to pick a number of main guns ranging from 1 to 4. Implying that 1 is the floor.
Yes.
Look, I had fun making fun of this episode. That does earn it some credit from me.
Yeah.
It is not a good episode. But it's absurd, and every opportunity they had to do something that makes sense, they chose not to. From the very start of the episode to the very end. And Abrams' droid, as I've coined it, has been a long-standing pet peeve of mine. So I really don't want to give this anything, but if I do give this the 2 out of 4 main guns I'm going to, it is solely for the entertainment value of our conversation and not for actually watching the episode.
That is the same logic that I am applying to this, but I'm giving it all 4 main guns firing because I was fucking wheezing at the end at the magic box and the tribal drums. I could not stop laughing for like 20 minutes. I was like, I cannot wait to talk to you about this fucking magic box and these drums. And that is what I'm getting out of this show is like, this stuff is bonkers. Some of it is not entertainingly bonkers, but most of it so far is just hilarious to talk about.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so absurd.
The episode before that, because Aaron and I watched these two right in a row. So we had Kevin, and then we had the magic box and the tribal drums. And I was just like, this is fun. I love talking about this show with my friend. So it really got me. This episode got me good.
Okay. Well, let's hope we get something like that out of the next episode. We've got Crusade episode 11, The Needs of Earth. Ben, my podcasting padre over on Last Time On, is going to be joining us. And the episode synopsis is succinct, even for Crusade.
Oh, no.
Gideon conducts an illegal raid to free a fugitive with information that could save Earth.
Well, we know Gideon doesn't play by anybody else's rules.
But he gets the job done.
He gets the job done. He's like the bad boy of Earth Force science exploration.
Him in jail. Mm-hmm. Good old jail pipes always gets the job done. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to watching. I haven't watched that one yet, but I'm looking forward to watching it and talking about it with you.
Yeah, it's going to be double the fun because there will also be Ben. So
yeah,
8 main guns firing. Pew, pew, pew.
Well, let's hope so. But before we get to those main guns firing, we do have to, of course, thank a handful of people who have had an impact on the podcast that are not here to thank themselves.
To accept their thanks.
Good answer. Jeremy Siegel. Thank you so much for composing our theme music. We appreciate the hell out of it. You can find more of Jeremy's work at jeremysiegel42.bandcamp.com or on streaming services as Nuclear Jaguar, where he just dropped some music. Is about to drop some music? I think he's about to drop some music. Maybe by the time this airs, it will have dropped.
Yeah. Yeah. You got some time.
Yeah. This is a couple weeks still.
Get it out, Jeremy.
I'm looking forward to it.
And thank you to Angry Duck Time Machine on Instagram for our podcast artwork.
Mm-hmm. Aaron, thanks so much for editing this podcast and making us sound coherent. We really appreciate it.
And thank you to you, the listener, for being here with us. If you're enjoying the Crusade coverage and have Crusade thoughts, you can always share them at whoareyoub5@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Or join our Discord and share with the group. There's a lot of fun people over there who are really cool and chill.
It's the truth. Love our Discord community.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next week, Internet.
Bye.